to see Minnesota defensively wise just wear them down in the third quarter, and that's what it came down to, the third quarter. We can talk about all the other stuff, but that run in the third quarter where Nuggets go up by 20 and then just forgot how to score. It became a 28-9 run, and it was just, if you've ever had like a long teeth cleaning, or let's say you had a couple cavities or whatever and they were deeper than normal or whatever the case might be, that's what it looked like. It looked like Jokic was uncomfortable. The length bothered him tremendously throughout this series. I don't think we gave enough credit to the Minnesota Timberwolves and their length and just how they were able to utilize it. And let's give a lot of credit to Micah Nori, and let's also give a lot of credit to Chris Finch. They did an incredible job putting that game plan together to defeat the Denver Nuggets, the defending champions. Now, the other thing that we want to get to, there are a couple things that were really interesting in this game. Like I said, I preached continuity. Well, where was it? Michael Porter Jr. is darn near a $40 million a year player. And to score 7 points, and also Aaron Gordon, who's also part of this group, this collective that they have, he scored 4. So if you got Jokic and Murray scoring 69 basically, and you can't even get double digits from your starting wings, you're probably not going to win. And that's exactly what Minnesota wanted to have happen. They said, listen, those guys are going to have to make a shot at some point. Yep, you're great, and you're going to get your points. But when they go to shoot, we'll see what it's all about. And they didn't show up. And it really comes down to that. Now, the other situation that I want to talk about is the bench of the Denver Nuggets. We have made mention on this podcast several times that Calvin Booth, the president of player personnel of Denver Nuggets, made a bold choice. He made a bold choice in the offseason. He doubled down on it in the trade deadline part of the process of this year. And he said that he was not going to rectify the bench issues. We have our players on the bench. We believe in developing our young talent, and that's the Christian Browns of the world. That is the Peyton Watsons of the world. To a lesser extent, Jared Pickett, the guard out of Pittsburgh, and also Zeke Naji. Zeke Naji didn't play in this series. So those guys weren't utilized. And the guys that were utilized were completely ineffective. So he made a calculated risk. It did not pay off. But the other part of this math problem was that, okay, if they don't pay off, we still have Reggie Jackson. We still have Michael Porter Jr., and he's good for 14, 15 points. We still got Aaron Gordon. What's his nadir? What is his actual point production nadir? You know, what, at the least amount, 9 to 11 points? Okay. And then we're going to get something from KCP as well. So they figured with the amount of talent they had up at the top with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, and the firepower between Michael Porter Jr., Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Aaron Gordon, and Reggie Jackson, that would pull them through. Unfortunately, your guys didn't show up. You know, they didn't get it done, and this is what happens. The other thing is we talked about Nikola Jokic being uncomfortable. I think the whole entire Denver offense was uncomfortable. 9 steals for the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. Luka, who is walking around here injured. Okay, let's call a spade a spade. He's walking around here injured. Kyrie is a smaller guard. There's a lot of length that can bother him. I wonder about who is going to check Ant, honestly. And I think that Minnesota will find themselves in the NBA championship. I think it'll be a long series. I think it'll be a competitive series. This could definitely go 7 games. I can see where there'll be times where the Minnesota Timberwolves offense bogs down, and I can see there'll be times in this series where Luka and Kyrie will be looking for answers, or their support group doesn't show up, either by Minnesota's defense taking them out of it, whatever the case may be. I think this series will have a lot of ebb and flow into it, but I think in the end, give me Ant and give me their defense against Luka's brilliance, but I think Luka is compromised. If Luka was completely healthy, this would be really a hard decision, and I might actually shade myself towards Dallas if that was the case. But with Luka not being 100%, it really is hard for me to go against him.